literally nothing we can't do. But 6 months in, there's literally nothing that we can do. And then we ended up bombing a foreign country. And that upset me so much. And I'm allowed to be upset about it. I can stand here and say...
You are allowed?
Well, no, I'm not sure if... not according to Mark Levin and not according to many others, that prioritize another country over our country.
Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene joined Tucker Carlson to call out the Republican Party in prioritizing Israel's genocide in Gaza over the American people. Now, as a Republican lawmaker, there are some things she can do, including call President Donald Trump out on the fact that he continues sending more and more money in taxpayer funds to Israel for weaponry to carry out slaughter in Gaza.
All right, guys, so we are back at it again. We know what we're talking about, and I mean, it is what it is. So coming back to it, this is Anna Kasparian, who's actually going to have more. I guess she's coming more for Marjorie Taylor Greene and Republicans for acting like they care about this matter of Israel, but then not calling out the president enough. I don't know. I mean, Anna Kasparian's going to lash out, go off about Israel and Marjorie Taylor Greene and Tucker Carlson's interview and what they've talked about. And I'm kind of watching this with you guys. This is a first watch for me, so we're doing this kind of raw together. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and get right into the clip.
But we'll wait and see if she does that. Now, they covered a lot of topics during this hour-and-a-half long conversation, but focused heavily on Israel, war with Iran, and America First policies. And here she is pointing out just how obsessed Congress really is with the country of Israel, as opposed to, the country that they were elected to represent.
Really, the only issue that all Republicans in the House agree on is that Israel is a priority over the United States. They all agree.
Oh, absolutely. They all agree. Since I've become a member of Congress since 2021, we have voted on 22 resolutions for Israel, 22 of them. All kinds of resolutions, denouncing anti-Semitism, supporting Israel. We voted on 22 of those. It's coming to a point where it's so obvious all the time in everyone's language, the social media posts they put out, the statements that they make. They have to proclaim Israel. They have to proclaim their faith and loyalty in Israel and how they...
Their faith and loyalty, okay? So let me just be clear for the person who says, you talk about this every day, you're obsessed with it. This is a congresswoman who is telling you that they have to profess their faith and loyalty to a heretical, satanical area somewhere in the Middle East that is causing nothing but destruction. This is how I describe this place of so-called Israel as a Christian. Now, guys, if you do like the video, please don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button and the notification bell on this channel. We do appreciate the, please forgive me, you see that? Like, y'all seeing this really raw. We do appreciate the inconvenient truth, and that's just what I'm spreading God's inconvenient truth in the name of the Lord. Let's get back to the clip.
Israel is our greatest ally, and it's a statement that has to be made over and over and over again to the point it's becoming like, wait a minute, what about our own country? What about our own people?
Yeah, what about our own people? Because currently Congress is working to nickel and dime the American people by cutting Medicaid. The question is, will it be a little over $800 billion in Medicaid cuts, or will it be $1.1 trillion in Medicaid cuts? In the meantime, the U.S. government, including under Donald Trump in his second term, has sent tens of billions of dollars of U.S. taxpayer money to Israel for weaponry. I mean, God forbid they pay for their own damn weapons for their genocide in Gaza, but American taxpayers have to fund those weapons, right? Where's the outrage about that? Jake?
Yeah. So this is a super important conversation that they're having. And the reason is
it, Jake? Is it a super important conversation? All right, okay.
The left has been opposed to Israel's aggressive wars, war crimes, and oftentimes the funding of Israel to enable all of those egregious abuses that Israel has. But the problem is that by ourselves, we can't push that boulder up the hill, right? It's a Sisyphean task, right? And the establishment keeps rolling it back super aggressively down the hill. Now, there are some allies on the right. And so you could say, hey, it's not enough. You could always say that. They're not going to turn on Trump. They didn't magically become liberals overnight, right? Of course not, right?
All right, let me stop him right there, because two things, and I'm going to stop Cenk for two reasons, and that I'm going to actually skip ahead, because I told you before, and one of the reasons is that Cenk Uygur was like cheering on the removal of Muammar Gaddafi back when that happened. That was done for Israel too. Okay? And if you couldn't understand that, then shame on you for calling yourself a journalist. All right? These Arab countries were standing up against the corruption of, Israel and American allied Israel. Yeah. And so, they had to be toppled. These dictators, and we're bringing democracy to the Middle East and all that type of nonsense. Please, okay? Can we focus on my own country? Anywho, he was down for that. So that's number one, right? And then there were right-wingers who were always against this unholy alliance. They were called anti-Semitic, and I'm sure you helped them call that too. I'm sure you called Pat Buchanan a racist at some point, James Traficant, people like that. So this notion that, it's always only been the left who's been calling out, no, it's not just the left. The right wing has been doing it, but you guys wouldn't have Nick Fuentes on the show or whatever, so please miss me with this. So why don't we just go ahead and skip ahead to more of the interview between Marjorie Taylor Greene, Tucker Carlson, and we'll have Anna Kasparian giving her thoughts on it.
Republicans and Democrats, new members, on a special trip to Israel.
Do they pay for it?
I don't know. I don't know because they didn't take me. I think any special interest group, if they are representing another country, a foreign country, they have to register that way.
Under the Foreign Agent Registration Act, FARA.
We have a law. Yes, they should register under that law.
Why aren't they registered under FARA? I don't understand that.
I think everybody's too afraid to push that issue.
Why?
Tucker, I have no idea. Because I think it's because it's such a strong group that will come against you. They will come against you. They will fund a primary against you. I'll probably get a primary funded against me for even saying this on this show. But you know what? I don't care.
I mean, look, Tucker knows. Tucker is kind of playing dumb there, but he knows exactly why there isn't this push to get AIPAC to register as, a foreign lobbying group. And that's because anyone who is critical of anything even loosely associated with Israel is immediately smeared as an anti-Semite. If you are a politician, you're going to deal with AIPAC essentially funding a primary candidate, someone who's going to primary you. They're vicious. If you are an outspoken political commentator, they're going to come at you with all sorts of smears, arguing that you're anti-Semitic for not supporting the government of Israel, which in no way is representative of Jewish people. It's
not my argument. Don't care. And that's how you have to be. I have been pushing this on this channel for the longest time. You could go back and check out my catalog from 2 years ago, even before that, right? Like where I was saying, down with the word racism, and I even said down with the word anti-Semitism. I didn't know at the time really how weaponized and how much, that word anti-Semitism carried for people, down to Christians. I didn't know, but I was like, yo, man, nobody should be able to label anybody anything just for having a thought and an opinion on anything. She's already getting ready to explain herself. Israel doesn't represent the Jewish people. That's not my argument. The Jewish people could come and they could say that. I have nothing against Jewish people, but that's not my argument. You know what my argument is? Here's my argument. If there is a big coalition of Zionist Jews that will come against you simply for telling the truth, where are the strong Christians that will have these people's back? This is the vision in the name of God that I want for this country, is for a strong army of Christians to say, that's enough. We've had it, okay? You will no longer control things. We're taking over. And I pray for this every day. I do. And I hope that in some way I can be a part of building something like that in the name of the Lord, because this type of fear and blackmail, it should not be allowed. Moreover, you shouldn't have to explain yourself at every I've never seen people go so woke when it comes to black, making fun of black people and everything. I was like, hey, whatever, man, I don't care, man, keep all the memes, do whatever. But now with this group, as soon as you say something, you know how many times I've been accused of hating Jewish people? I don't care anymore. You can accuse me of whatever you want. I don't care. I don't have time to explain, no, I feel like this, because I didn't have to do this with any other group. I didn't even do it for my own group, right? As a Haitian American first, right? I don't even do that for my own so-called group, right? So I'm not going to do this for any other group. But I'll let her keep on fixing it.
representative of a horrific government that carries out atrocities on a regular basis with the cover of the United States government. So look, you're right, Shank. This is the first time in my life that I've witnessed or seen some Republican politicians and Republican commentators speak out against.
So y'all didn't see Pat Buchanan speaking out and saying the more and more Israel keeps bombing, or maybe she wasn't paying attention, but I mean, I guess it was like 14 years ago, but like she's been in journalism for quite a long time. So Pat Buchanan, who was saying the more and more we keep, but you know, Israel keeps bombing Palestinians, they create more and more Hamas, right? Y'all didn't see that? Don't do that.
Our toxic relationship with Israel, I don't know if it's going to be enough at this moment to stop the ongoing genocide in Gaza, the annexation of the West Bank, and honestly, this effort to get the United States to fight a regime change war in Iran on behalf of Israel. There's more and more saber rattling happening as we speak. So I'm worried about that as well. We'll get.
So I am worried about when it comes to the genocide. And yes, this is my position. Like, you do not get to sit there and starve and slaughter. They are starving these people. They're slaughtering these people. It is horrendous. Okay, it's absolutely horrendous what they are doing, and then we back it and we fund it. And then you have Christians who are calling themselves, and I hate it because it's like most evangelical Christians, except for I am an evangelical Christian, but they are saying the Jews are our friends so that they can do this stuff in Israel. Like, come on, man. No, this is warped. This is the beast system, and America is aiding in the beast system. And coming back to the point, this genocide is still going on. Suleiman Ahmed, and I say his name a lot because that's Squad, right? And on his channel, he has these doctors. Excuse me, one of his friends is a volunteer doctor in Gaza. God bless him. And he is seeing some horrible destruction. As a matter of fact, and I'm going to give you guys, just to wrap it up here, I'll show you his page, Suleiman Unfiltered, and I'll just show you where the videos are. And there's been a lot going on with the war in Iran. So it's like trying to keep up with everything is not easy. But this is his friend.
We are live again with the doctor from Gaza. He is on the front line in Gaza.
Of June 2025, without doubt, has been one of the most horrific days. There has been 2 mass casualty events which have taken place. He first actually created a video to describe that situation where over 30 people died.
So the only reason why I'm not letting the whole thing play is because I just, you know how it gets. But I would implore for you people to watch. For, you know, if anybody gets a chance, go ahead and watch, and you'll see these live reporting of what's going on the ground over there. We fund it. This isn't American values to bomb civilians and have shrapnel go through the gut of children, and you know. I mean, and then have to operate on them without anesthesia. I don't think that's an American value. I could be wrong. You know, I just don't think it is. Anyway, guys, once again, thank you for watching. I'll see you guys at the next one. Bye.